guys, welcome to Cooper Motorcycles. Today I want to talk to you about this bike, the Royal Enfield Interlayan 650. I want to talk to you about where it came from, the inspiration behind it, and the bikes that made us think of it. So at Cooper Motorcycles, we're all massive fans of the Himalayan. All of us have done lots of miles on this bike. We've done some touring work, we've done adventure riding, we've commuted on it, and we've even won a race on it. So we've all got lots of experience on this bike, and we've loved it, every minute of it. We've done lots of trips with customers that have never ridden off-road, been riding for 50 years, and you take them somewhere where they end up absolutely buzzing. The excitement is palpable because it's a new experience for people, and this bike makes it accessible. There aren't really any other bikes that anyone could ride a long distance and then travel overland on with no feeling of intimidation, on a bike that flatters your confidence and makes you want to go for it. It's a real can-do bike, and that's as a result of the long stroke motor, of the geometry, and all of the good stuff that goes into the design of this bike. So we're a great fan of it. But we're also a fan of this bike, the Royal Enfield Interceptor. When it was introduced, it took the UK by storm. It's one of the top selling middle bikes and has been ever since. It's a fantastic bike with a beautiful engine. The handling is really neutral. It's just a joy to ride. And again, one of the attributes that it has in common with the Himalayan is that anyone can get on this bike and enjoy it. It inspires such confidence that a complete novice can get on this bike and get to grips with it pretty quickly. Also, if you're into your riding and you've got a bit of a higher level, then you can make this bike handle really well and enjoy it too. So it genuinely is a bike for everybody, and we've been really pleased with it, and sales have been fantastic. When you ride this bike after the Himalayan, you kind of notice some of the things that you wish the Himalayan had in it that this bike has got. And the most of that, when you feel that, is when you're riding with other people on bigger bikes on the road, particularly on wider, more open roads, where you don't get to use all the beautiful, sweet handling of the Himalayan to carry that bit of extra speed. You've got a bit more point and squirt with this bike, and it's a bit more practical if you're riding with people with bigger bikes. But of course, there isn't a bike that's the same as the Himalayan with the power of the Interceptor. But one point I would make is that if you're looking at a more powerful adventure, road focused, soft roading bike, some of the European stuff that's available is fantastic. But for the cost of that, what you can have is an Interceptor and a Himalayan, and then you've got no compromise, because you've got bikes that are focused on doing their own thing, and they're brilliant at it. So you've got a proper road bike that's fantastic fun, and then you've got a bike with genuine overland capability, just like the Himalayan. But there is one alternative. And that brings us to this bike, the Interlayan. Now this bike, obviously, is not a production bike. This is a full-on custom bike that is, instead of being designed to look outrageous and different and personalised, this is designed to look like a production bike. And I think that, even though I say it myself, we've done a pretty good job. It's based on the Interceptor. The chassis is an Interceptor, the engine is an Interceptor, but this one's wearing tall suspension and big wheels. It has the Euro 4 Himalayan rails around the front, and basically when you're sat on it, because the geometry of it, it feels very much like a Himalayan. So you sit on it without the engine turned on and you feel like you're sitting on a Himalayan. The seat height is about the same. It's actually a little bit taller, but that's due to the extra padding in the seat here. The fuel tank, the part that you can see, is Himalayan. So that, and the appearance of the headlamp and the wide handlebars, it really completes the look. The difference is when you ride it. The way this bike is set up, you've got the SNS qualifier and the air filter and the induction kit. It does mean that it's a bit more aggressive than a standard Interceptor to ride. And it must be the riding position and the geometry, I don't know. But it makes you ride it a bit more enthusiastically as well. So the focus on this bike really is towards fun. Now it's a soft roader. I wouldn't ride this bike off-road, but when we built it, we wanted to retain the feel of an adventure bike, just like the Himalayan. We wanted that room, we wanted the commanding riding position so we can see over all the traffic, and a bike this shape just tends to be more comfortable. So we've got a lifted seat that's higher than the Interceptor seat, and that gives us a greater distance between the seat and the footrest, and that triangulation between the handlebars, the footrest and the seat is perfect on this bike for all-day comfort. So I think what we've created here is a genuine travel bike. You'll be able to ride this bike all day, every day, for a very long period of time, and it will feel like a second home. I've done quite a few miles on this bike now, and I've really dialed into it, and I've enjoyed every part of it. But one of the best things is when you pull up somewhere and you park up and you turn the ignition off, and other people will come over and talk to you, and the first thing they'll want to know is what it is. And it is what it is, the Royal Enfield Interlayan. So the inspiration for this bike came from mixing the Interceptor and the Himalayan together, hence the name the Interlayan. But we're a used bike dealer and we've got lots of experience with adventure bikes. I really like riding the Africa Twin, the 1250 GS, but I also like the road focused bikes, the F900 XR, Yamaha Tracer, Triumph as well, that sort of thing. But really we wanted something a bit more rider friendly, something more accessible, like the Suzuki DL650. So I hope you like the bike, I hope you like the video. Please give us a thumbs up and let us know if you think it should be produced, and we'll see you on the next video.